Hey friends, welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Surprise, surprise. Look who's back. I just want to say hello to everyone, my new subscribers, as well as my OG who have stuck through me all this time. A little backstory is throughout the summer, we moved into a house that did not have an appropriate craft room for me. And so I had to sadly pack up all my entire room. Everything was packed up. My cameo, you name it, was packed up. And put everything away until we made it to the new house and were able to renovate a special little room for me, which my oh so gracious husband did for me. He broke his back to create me the most perfect room, and I am unpacked, and I am here, and I'm ready to start off 2022 with an entire bang. And I'm ready to jump back on the train. It has been 8 long months since I packed up my craft room. That was April because we sold our home, and I needed to pack up. So, let me tell you about what I'm doing. So in the first clip, you saw me holding up Vicky Bouton's White Foundations Mixed Media Art Paper. And I took my Recollections Watercolors, and I am just creating a very loose watercolor background. And the collection that I'm using is Coco Vanilla Studios these days. And I want to say that it's a kind of COVID kind of quarantine kind of collection without being that. It's like very subtle. So like things like let's stay home, and there's like cups of coffee and houses. It's just very cute, and but very, very subtle in the terms of, let's stay home. And so, but I was just immediately drawn to these colors. They're very muted, but very bright at the same time, if that's even possible. Like there's that very mossy kind of green color, as well as a corally and mustard yellow, just fantastic color range. And this is, I have to admit that while I have been off because I did not have a craft room, I have still been purchasing particular collections. Some of them I missed out on, I'm not going to lie. I was too caught up in renovating this new house and this new room that I missed out on. And if I get my hands on them, then I get my hands on them, and fantastic. And if I don't, well, that's life. And other things that I made sure I pre-ordered through Scrapbook Your Joy to make sure I did not miss out on. And this was one of them. Mainly because I love anything CVS, and whatever they put out, I don't care what it is. It could be a house robe. It doesn't matter. I'm buying it. Anyway, so you saw me there. I created the watercolor background. And when I decided to continue on and work on it, it was still slightly wet. Nothing major than that I couldn't work with, but just to let you know, it was still a little damp. And so I decided to cut down about an inch off of each side, maybe slightly less. And mat it with this kind of mustardy yellow check. I was going to say gingham, but it's not gingham. It's like a plaid. And so I thought that yellow perfectly anchored my watercolor. And I was trying to decipher on which photograph to use of my children, because when I print things, I do not print single pictures. Oh no, I must print the entire gamut of options. I must print in black and white, and I must resize just in case, and I must also do full sheets because you just never know what my scrapbooking heart is going to want to do. So in this case, because, if you know me and you've been on my channel and following me for a little while, you know that I don't strictly scrapbook in black and white, but it's my preference. I'm just that way. Even the photos in my house are all black and white unless the background is absolutely spectacular and the colors need to show. But even the photos in my house are very neutral, as well as their frames. Unless you're in my craft room, and then we got bright yellow frames. So I matted that photo there. And this is a picture of both my little potatoes on the dock in a conservation area that's not too far from our house. We're very blessed to live in a neighborhood slightly north of the city where we're surrounded by nature. I was going to say bush, but it's not really bush, but nature. So we have the waterfront in our city, and we have um, a ton of like just forest area and conservation land, which I love. And when we lived in the city, we didn't have this, but we have an entire playground. And a lot of this summer was, other than renovating this house because we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in here, we spent it outside because what else do you do? So I matted the photograph, and of course I popped it up on some dimensional foam. I also took this card, which is also going to act as my title, and it says Little Moments of Joy. And that is from the Pocket Cards packet. And so here I am just thumbing through this is the die cut ephemera. So there were some florals in there as well as some butterflies and hearts and whatnot. But there's also a separate pack that is mainly florals. So it's all florals. Where did I go here? I could have gone to rescue a child. At one point, my child got her legs stuck in the couch. So it seems like that's where I went. I didn't realize that before that I'd left this in and left the camera running. But yeah, she got her legs stuck in the couch. And thankfully, her father was home and he was able to maneuver her leg, because if it was up to me, I would just cut out the couch. Anyone else an all or nothing personality type? It's either we have couch or we don't. Leg or not, you know. Anyway, so what am I doing here? So I'm going to work on layering some pieces as well. That little frame piece is from the accessory stickers that came in the paper packet. This frame is from the die cut ephemera. And so I just cut it in half. I feel like this layout style is kind of like a regular for me. It's a go-to. And after not being in the scrap room for 8 long months, I'm going to say it was 8. In April, I started packing up. In April, I also posted my last video on YouTube. So if you're watching this in January of 2022, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, that's actually 9 months. Well, there you go. And I didn't really have a plan going into this. I kind of just let my creativity flow, and this is what happens. And it's very reminiscent of a Lina style. It's pretty much a go-to for me. Heavy on the floral embellishments as always, and that's most likely why I love CVS so much, is because Zoe is always heavy-handed with the florals, and there's always so much of it to choose from. And yeah, that's my jam, that's my groove. So I'm going to just pick out some of the floral ephemera here and just start layering some of it. I also layered some of those greenery pieces. Now the background ones are a black and white, and I thought that the green ones sat on top very nicely, just kind of a layered effect. I did not pop those ones up because they were already slightly raised because of the fact that they were already sitting on the photograph and the pocket card that was already raised with some foam dimensional. I'm also taking some gold metallic thread, and I am gingerly placing it underneath my floral, and you'll see that I also stuck it at the top, I guess in the center, between the two, between the photograph and the little pocket card there. These are so cute. These are the wood buttons. I've always loved this type of ephemera. I feel like they're easy to work with, and my go-to kind of routine is to wind up a whole bunch of thread and use my hot glue gun and just plop her on there. Nothing special to it. I'm also going to take some more of the floral ephemera, and I'm just going to kind of fill in the gaps here. Very simple, very easy, just kind of did what worked. There are some little berries that I added as well. The books too here, they have nothing to do with my photograph, but they're just so darn cute that I felt like I needed to add them. These are some like tiny type letters. These are also from the accessory sticker pack. That love you is an actual banner from the ephemera. On top of that little card, I just put cherish these days. And the other one that says love your smile. And these butterflies really are something special. These butterflies, I used, I think, every single one but one in the ephemera packet. I put them everywhere because they're cute. And of course, I'm going to finish off the layout with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold because that's what I do. Oh, I skipped ahead. I'm placing some hearts first because we love our kids, right? So here I am with the Color Shine, and you can see it was 9 months of not opening it, so it was a little difficult for me to maneuver, but I did it. And that's it. I sprinkled some love. I hope you guys enjoyed my layout. If you want to see more, or actually if you would like to see a scrap room tour, I would love to show you guys. I still have a few bits and pieces to put together and kind of add, but I'm more than happy to show you and make a little video on my scrap room. It's also my work area, so there's also a lounge in it. But just let me know. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching. I've missed creating for you and for myself. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year to all of you. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.